Guys, so wow, everything is synchronized actually. And my intuition says yes. I think this is the time that we are going to talk about the 2025 plan that they are saying. So I will give you a screenshot of those summarized part. There would be something quite, I can say, it's like against on something's low, or you can say a 50-50 why is it said at that part. But we will make it bright. Maybe there's a good part why the other reasons are like that. So, where's that screenshot? Wait. So, from the past of US, right, administration, it's already lost until now. That uh, those unexpected unmanagement of leaders, I mean. And I hope this time they will fix it from the next that will I can say run as the president, as their leader. So compared to Trump and Biden, I better go to Trump. So this is the Project 2025, and a little bit elaboration of my past video before this video, which is what is that sin, which is eating blood. So reality, one by one, it's coming out. So because they're saying that maybe Europe is the ones who is handling by the other family, and Western is Israel. So maybe better for them to remove Israel from their part of having a plan on how they build their country. Because as it always, evil is temporary, being with God is permanent. So this is the Project 2025 Presidential Transition Project. So this was actually, this has a book, and they give how many? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, more than 30 or 20 summaries that is given here, and was given by Mr. Trump. Number one, and no fault divorce. So it's good if they will end up divorce, because as people are going to think that every time they have going a relationship, they will just think it as a game. And if they doesn't want the person, he or she doesn't want the partner that he got from that marriage, it's easy to get divorced. So better to end that one, because how did you, or how come you, word, how come you choose that partner if you cannot stand for it? Because no one is perfect. We have to accept the discoloration of one, of everyone, to work with that, excuse me, or balance that relationship. And I can say to end population also, and end that last that always, because in science, if girl and boy contact, yeah, there's always like a liquid that always left behind in the private part of girl. And that's what we always call, what they call it in spirituality, which is, if what's sometimes, if what's the personality of the man, you left it to that girl. So woman is always the hardest part of being a human. Complete ban or abortion without exceptions, that's good, it's common sense, because we are all human beings. Ban contraceptives. Ah, it's better not to ban. I recommend not, because contraceptives also is why you want to bring more population, and you're having a, you want to have a problem about it. You have to think it. because doing a contraceptive is actually stopping it. If they are not capable of, it's better not to have a child than have a child but you abuse it and you cannot feed it. Additional fourth, we are already fourth. Additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%. Better, okay. Especially if that corporation is the profits are high or big, I can say. But be friendly in small businesses also. Higher because big businesses are the ones who are more, I can say, they give disadvantages to government and the others also. Especially, I can say, they sometimes control the government itself. That's not good. Business is different, government is different, should be. The business of government has nothing to do with a business, which is business itself, and the rules. Higher taxes for the working class. Why? Oh, you have to decide it first. Maybe it's better to, maybe those higher in position, the CEO, like that. It depends on the level of the workers. How about if that work of is of a swiper on the street or dirty jobs that they are saying or etc. That's hard work actually. And the CEO is only sitting there having a signature. So the difference is big also. We have to consider the hard work works. Elimination of unions and worker protection. Elimination of unions and worker protection. Why? And the workers needed that also. What kind of elimination of unions? What kind of worker protection is that? It depends. Every person has a worker or not has capable of that protection or any laws about protection. Raise the retirement age. Yeah, it's like I'm staying there. Cut social security. It depends, maybe. Cut Medicare. No, if it's in our place, it's well help. Ah, the, yeah, better too. For us, it's PhilHealth, but we have to pay for that. So that because it's very free for your place. Better people should know how to hard work and pay for it. Not because the most people that complains in compares are the poor, right? They complains, they don't even go to school and do their best, but they are the ones who is I observe from the riots that is happening Western Europe, even their physical, ano ba, what's the English of that itsura? Lola, sa English ni itsura? Aw? What? Physical, not well groomed, that they are saying. We have to be better to be educated to still got that work that they are saying. At least I can say senior high school. Because sometimes we got that proper characteristics or manners in education if at home we are not being taught by our parents. Because how about those who done their hard work and studying, right? But still, they still have a chances even though they didn't. It depends on the person actually. If you interview someone who is capable and characteristic in manners, even though the education is not that good, at least he or she is capable still to work. But those rude characteristic and manners, are they capable to do the works? Especially when the work is about, what do we call that one? I forgot. About entertaining someone, like selling or at least saying hi to someone in the lobby or Customer service that they are saying. Yeah, that's it. Customer service. And the Affordable Care Act. It depends. You have a lot of wow. I cannot relate if it's our place. Raise prescription drug prices. Oh no, we are already having a crisis and then you want to raise the drugs? Well, they also wanted to do it in our place. Oh no, no. Better let's there's plants the herbals, right? It's better to plant it, right? On a path of you have no backyard or front yard soil. Eliminate the Department of Education. Why? And it's very important. Use public taxpayer money for private religious schools. Yeah, it's okay because it's religion, introducing God, and not only say maybe in private that you have to introduce religion actually on public also. Teach Christian religion's belief in public schools. True, 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 true. And free and discounted school lunch programs. And free and discounted school lunch programs. Maybe you have to think about it if the place is very poor or if that family is very poor. Better to give them education or at least give them. It depends on the person you have to interview it. Not totally end, but end to someone who is the life is more better. I can say. And civil rights in DEI protections in government. Both every person has a rights, but it depends of what kinds of rights that. Or maybe example, if you have a law that gives a right for a public what's this civil rights and CI protection in government ang government. If it's the rights is protecting him doing corruption, then end that one. But doing good, you have to protect that one. Ban African, American, and gender studies in all levels of education. Why? That's bad. We are all equal. Ban books of sometimes maybe some of these project 2025 is you have to think it over again. Some are good actually. Ban books, ban African, that's it. Oh, ban books in curriculum about slavery. Ban books in curriculum about true. It's better to the books of enlightenment or awakening. Ending climate protections. And I think I'm going to add also a video about Americans are not really well. I'm just going to tell it here. So totally, American population is not totally the Indian Americans or Native Americans. Mostly, so it is the rumors is correct. So sometimes maybe if you cannot understand if they have a concern or has no concern totally to that country because Native Americans is lost. Maybe mostly you can see it on North America. But when will you fight for that land? Your ancestrals. And the teachings, your ancestrals' teachings is really good actually. Why is it you are losing it? Those consciousness or nature's teachings are good actually. Why? And be your people as being leader, you have to teach your people to strive to hard work actually because they are always thinking that they have a leader that will help them or because their country is known first world and they are stubbornly always thinks that like that and they will not go to that hard work part or just going there and everything that they will do will they will get it easy. Then how about others, right? That hard working to get that one. Sometimes not because of stress, depression, or anxiety, but totally because of laziness. You, stress, depression, and anxiety can give you laziness, energy, but there's a difference between lazy person. Most of us are like that. Has that lizard entities or energy, because lizard is always stays on one part, right? That's why they call it lizard. I'm not. I'm not mocking, or what do we call that in English? Sino English di man iyaw? Sino English di man iyaw? Oh my gosh. Hindi ako naglalait. What's that English? Wait. OMG, even Google doesn't know the English. Cursing it says. No, it's but when you make an sentences, it will give you the right translation. So it's insulting. I'm not insulting, but I'm telling the truth. So what's the next? Ending climate protections. What's with this? A little bit. Ending climate protections. Maybe giving more education about climate change, that how people should be on well, why you want to destroy the earth, then good luck to you if you want to. Increase Arctic drilling. Arctic Antarctic drilling. That's not good all the time. Deregulate. Because some people actually doesn't like this project 2025, because some it's is something like holding their freedom, but actually if you realize it, some are good, some are like 50-50, some are not good. If it's a part of law, I can say, at least I can say they have to watch what's their action in the public. It's okay. You have to be demure. What else? To be well mannered. What else? Will in front of everyone. Not like we did right. Even rude, we will, or discrimination, we will straight away give to every person that we wanted. And that's bullying. That's not good. Promote and deregulate big business in the oil industry. It depends also. You have to, if you want to build more oil like this, because it gives a dark smoke in the air, you have to plant more trees or plants. Promote and expedite, and you have to think about the water also. Promote and expedite capital punishment. It depends of the rules of the country. What's that? And marriage equality. Why should you end marriage equality? You always, because men do this one? Well, why should? You always look down about us being women. Then, being a woman, we won't give it also to you, if that's what you want. Women only wanted to be loud, to at least respect them, or at least say that, look at them as a being a woman, not just like a toy. In reality, they are always looking women like that. That's why most men that thinks like this, being an honest person and talking about truth, well, I discussed men that thinks like that, or women also, because sometimes the woman is the reason also why. And not only you men can think like that. Condemn single mother while promoting only traditional families. Condemn single mothers. It's not their fault if the man has no capable of standing what he did. It should be the man should be the one who is being condemned. Or I can say, because we will relate it from the first part that I read, and no fault divorce. It's good so that no one will be single. They fund the FBI on and Homeland Security. It depends if they really are, I can say, following the rules, because most of the one who do the crimes are them themselves, those who are authorities. Why should you fund them if they are the one who is promoting evil and number one who is doing the crimes? Use the military to break use the military to break up domestic protest. It depends, because people has the right also to tell their feelings or what they wanted to tell if the government is not hearing them. Mass deportation of immigrants and incarceration in camps. Mass deportation of immigrants. Oh, because this time it's about papers, right? If what do you mean about this immigrants, deportation of immigrants and incarceration in camps? It depends. Maybe if they properly made the papers, okay. But if not, they just migratedly. But if it's about war, I can see better to help them than cast them away. Then educate them that this is our laws. You have to be careful. You have to follow it, right? Don't do chaos in this country because we help you. Have to help us also, right? Just a simple conversation to them and birthright citizenship. What is this and birthright citizenship? For whom? It's a weird. Maybe if it's not citizen there, but the child is born at that country. But actually, any country that we will go, it's God's property. So how come that birth certificate is only a birth certificate for physical materialistic world? Ban Muslim from entering the country. It's okay to not ban them, but you have to tell to them your rules because they know it also. Why as Filipino, excuse me, only few of us are being abused in that country because we know our rights on the rules, because the rules in Middle East, it was based on the Quran itself. So if you will tell them, I know my rights, I know my human rights, I know my etc., they know. They will not put a hand on you. It depends if it's that Muslim is really hard headed. Just going to tell them your rights in the laws in your country, so that they have to fix themselves, even though they are rich or poor. Eliminate federal agencies like the FDA, EPA, and OAA, and more. Yeah, there's a lot of agencies, but actually, what's the use? Continue to pack the Supreme Court and lower courts with, I don't know. It was covered. Continue to pack the Supreme Court. Maybe if it's about your laws, it depends because you are good also in. I saw a lot of streamed court issues. I think courts knows how to weigh what's bad and good. It's being corrupted if they will allow themselves to be paid for someone that is that had done bad. Then he will pay that judge or etc. to make that person not guilty, right? If that's what it says in this Supreme Court. So that's it. It's the end. But if the aim of this Project 2025 is to at least control its people to be so much human rights that they are going to use their human rights in the wrong way, it's good, which is causing chaos outside, riots, etc., or bullying someone, even though if you are in the crowd area, because most of you are reality Western in Europe, even in some in Middle East, when they are on their own country or in other country, they have the courage to do bad things to their own fellow, and especially those dark web that they are saying, they torture someone, then they video it. That's the worst part, because every country abuses something. A person that cannot be cannot control his or herself in doing that bad acts or bad things to someone, because really we have a human rights in every country. It's already given to us, but we are using it in a bad way. Even in government, they have a human rights there, but they are using it in a bad way, through corruption, through stepping on someone, through destroying its country or other countries, through, if we fix ourselves from that part, that cycle, this world not are not being on chaos actually. If on that project in 2025, and the uh, if they say it, and the wars or and the making of weapons, that's it. Well, number one, let's agree from that part. But ending education or some good rights of people, well, that's why some people doesn't like that project 2025. Some people consider it, but mostly doesn't like it. But actually, if it's the reason is to end that human rights of not using it well, then it's okay. Maybe you have to face the reality that yes, we have to build ourselves from that manners, characteristics, attitudes. What else? Stepping someone, etc. It's good. So even I don't accept that part, that and the marriage equality. You have to consider that also. All should be equal, being woman or men in the marriage area. So you want us being a woman to deteriorate at that part? Well, being a woman then, let's better be single than going to amend that things like that. Maybe we doesn't understand that being equal, which is men, yes, the provider should be, but have to consider being a woman also, especially when that woman got birth, the postpartum depression that it will experience from giving a birth, at least a helping hand. Of course, women should consider the provider also being a man. They should consider each feelings. If the woman observes that the man is getting lost on the way, the woman should motivate, encourage that man. That's how should be a woman also, a wife. And if the man, I can say, observes that the wife is lost on its being a wife, you have to tell it to the woman also. Encourage or motivate, or both tell your problems face to face. Because how come you are married, both woman and men, and you cannot tell your feelings from both? So your marriage is just like a marriage in the paper. What's the use of that? If you don't share, or you both don't help one another and accept the imperfection of each in the relationship itself. So I think that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification, comment if you want, and share so my next videos.